Welcome to Green Machine Football. I am John Roy along with Bob Pettit here in Sandwich, Illinois, as we get set for the second round playoff game against the Indians of Sandwich. Late night game here really for a playoff game tonight, isn't it, Bob?
It is, and we usually talk about the beautiful weather we got for football here. And it's just a little bit nippy up here on this lift, but it's going to be a great night for football. We don't have any rain or any sleet or snow on the field. It's going to be a really nice football game here. Sandwich Indians come in at 9-1, as do the Leafs.
Sandwich Indians from the Interstate 8 Conference, a large division. As you said, do come on the record of 9-1 on the season. Their lone loss was to Wilmington, who was also in the playoffs, I believe at the 3A level for their conference. Geneseo tonight, we're on, as we said, on the lift here in this home or the visitor sideline. The players down in front of us, just we can almost reach out and touch them here. They're in their white jerseys, yellow helmets, and traditional G on the side, and the yellow pants trimmed in green.
As documented in the Quad City papers and probably the Republic as well, the Maple Leafs brought a few extra bleachers along. The seating capacity was probably not going to quite handle what the Leafs crowd. It's an incredible crowd here tonight. They got 3 large sets of bleachers just jam-packed, and the fence line just lined as deep as you can get it.
Yep.
What an outstanding crowd. You can see it all the way around the end zone, just packed in here. And the Indians have got a nice group over there, too, of fans. It's a pretty exciting crowd here tonight.
Yes, it is. And it's a nice crowd, nice facility here as it goes. Here runs east and west, I believe, as we lay of the land here at Sandwich. Geneseo will kick off. Jake Arnold has it teed up at the 40-yard line. They'll be going from the west to the east. Am I correct? Yeah, west to the east. As Geneseo in the second-round playoff game.
As cool it is, you'd think the wind to be blowing, but the flag is not blowing at all. So we apparently have very, very little wind tonight, and probably will not be a factor. Just a little bit of cold hands may be a factor.
The coldest evening we've had as far as just the temperature-wise of the season, but certainly the boys looked as though they're prepared down at the sideline here, for that. And I don't know what, we have a TV timeout already or waiting for the game to start?
We are up on a scissors lift above the crowd here, and for those of you who are watching this on replay, it's not Keith with shaky hands. This lift is moving just a little bit, so hopefully we'll cut Keith some slack on his camera work tonight if we get a little shaky.
Arnold has it teed up at the 40-yard line. He'll kick it. Return mid, down deep, high kick, going to come down at about the 15-yard line. Looking to go to reverse with it, cuts it back against the grain. Still on his feet, number 8, brought down at the 21-yard line on the tackle there. Number 48 for the Maple Leafs, which would be Brian Johnson on the tackle.
Brian Johnson. Also, we had Landon Hoon on the bottom of that pile. Great defensive field position to start the ball game for the Leafs, right just over the 20-yard line.
Looks like we have Ryland up front at one tackle position. Anderson at the nose guard. And the right side, probably Mark Cothran. On that right side, linebacker Snodgrass, along with Cathcart, number 31, the back on the field. Now we look like we're going to shoot the gaps. They'll motion the backfield. Geneseo's going to Cathcart on the first tackle of the game. Gain after about 2 yards. Nice hit by Cathcart to get his feet wet once again here, as he's been out several games with that knee injury since that Ottawa injury.
Cathcart on the initial hit. Snodgrass also over there. Schilling also in there. A host of Leafs in there. They really pulled it in there. They really expect Sandwich to keep this ball on the ground. They're very similar offensively to the Maple Leafs, and they expect to see a lot of that ball on the ground right up the middle.
Let's call it a 4-yard game. Ball sits on the 25-yard line. Tight formation, wing back on the right side for Sandwich. First man through is going to get the carry. Nice gain that time by Sandwich. Moves the ball out to the 34-yard line. First down for Sandwich.
That ball is going to be a first down, and they're moving the football. This is the way they play. Ball control football. This could be just one of those ground games where, each team grinds it up and down the field. Hopefully Maple Leafs can, as Coach Johnson says, take that initial blow, get a stop here and get the ball back.
That was number 21, Tim Schmidt, on the carry. He had 427 yards on the season. He was out part of the season with an injury. 5'10", 220 at that halfback position. First and 10 at the 35-yard line. Gonna go second man through this time. Nice carry. Oh, just about fumbles the ball. The ball comes flying out, picks up 5 yards, maybe 6 on the carry as he falls forward with the ball.
Everybody's screaming ball, but he got it right back. And it's going to, boy, it picked up about 7 on that play. Again at the linebacker spots, Cathcart back in there, Snodgrass and Schilling on the far side over there. Landon Hoon comes up, Walters in there.
2nd and 3 yards for Sandwich.
Krogert and...
Ball just about bobbled in the backfield. Going to be stacked up short of the first down.
That's nice. Nice.
Cathcart had a penetration by Snodgrass that time, and then Krogert came up and finished off the running back.
Once again, Hoon down the bottom of the pile, and Reiling right in the middle of the thick of things.
3rd and 1 for the Indians. Just underway here at Sandwich. 9:56 left in this first quarter. No score. Sandwich on their first possession of the game in their blue jerseys, white pants, and black shoes.
Finish a repeat of that lineup over there. Solberg on the far side along with Hamer. I think we got them all in there.
Wingback goes in motion. Going to be stacked up short of the first down, I believe. Well, they got a good mark on that far side. It'll be close. Yeah, he's going to get it, isn't he?
Just creeped over the first down yardage and Sandwich on the move here.
Knows the football is on the Sandwich.
Leafs
45-yard line.
Leafs starting to pick up the football better, though.
Yep.
They've had that trouble a little bit on a few occasions this year on that first drive, having a hard time, kind of reading that offense, but I think they're zeroing in on that right now, getting warmed up.
Wingback in motion. Gives the ball up the middle. Fullback or 3-back with the carry. Moves it out to the 44 or 48-yard line. It's just a nice pickup of 4 yards on the play.
This is just power up the middle offense. Nice job by Sandwich one more time on that first down play. Picked up about 3.
Connor Boss in the backfield, number 10 for Sandwich, along with P.J. Cotty.
Connor Boss, the 1,000-yard rusher for the year. They give him the football quite often.
We'll call it 2nd and 7. 8:47 left in the first quarter. No score on the board. Geneseo's defense, 3 down linemen. Linebackers walked up tight. First, second man through is going to get the carry. No gain in the play. They had to dive forward on the tackle for the Leafs in the middle of the pile. Pile looks like Snodgrass.
Snodgrass comes out. Of course, those 3 big linemen up the middle stuffed that one up. Only picked up by a yard or a yard and a half.
Going to bring up 3rd and, let's call it 3rd and 6 for Sandwich. Ball's on the 49-yard line of Sandwich. They need to get out to about Geneseo's 45-yard line for the first down.
Once again, Reiling, Cothran, and Anderson battling those big boys in there. There's a big man in there, number 76. Weighs about 270 pounds.
Wide left, wide right. That's Codwell. Little motion near side, no call. The ball goes down the field, and it's going to fall down short, incomplete. Down about the 25-yard line. I'm hearing 4th down, and a lot of discussion thinking that was interference, but I think
that was the receiver laying on the ground thinking it was interference, but he wasn't 20 yards from the football. They're not going to call that.
So it's 4th down for Sandwich.
4th down to low and 5. Should see a punt squad coming in. Here they come. It's kind of slow getting that punt squad out there. Didn't know what they were going to do here, but ball sits just right out midfield, so they're not going to risk that one.
So there's punt formation. We weren't quite ready yet. Kick's going to be a high kick. Going to be cut by Walters at his 20-yard line. That ball kind of died just as it got to him, and he came up short, had a short hop it, and just fell on the ball at the 20-yard line. But here comes the offense of the Green Machine.
Coverage by Sandwich there kind of jumped on him a little bit, and some of the crowd oohing and on, but it was they're not going to get a flag on that one either.
Fisher will open up at quarterback, number 10, the senior, 6 foot, 165. He'll be joining the backfield as they break the huddle and come to line in scrimmage. Seth Daniels, number 52, brings him up the line, sets himself over the ball. Tight formation for the Leafs, double wing set. Going to go counter play, first play of the game. Gets the ball out over the 25-yard line. Going to pick up almost 5 yards on the carry. Goes Walters. Open up with the counter play.
Obviously keen on the fullback. They've seen films. Probably watching the fullback. That would be Grant Burris in the ball game right now at the fullback spot. And that opened up that counter play for a nice little pickup, almost 5.
Reese up front, number 75 for the Leafs, along with Anderson at the guard position. Daniels at center. Look like Cothran on the right guard position, and 67 on that tackle position, of course, would be Anthony Rome. Call it second. Let's call it a long 6, maybe 5 yards for the Leafs. Here goes sweep play. Kroger slips and falls. He tries to cut back against the grain. Had a little bit of seam as he goes back against the grain. Came up short. They're bringing up 3rd down for the Leafs, and a solid 5 yards for him.
This ball's deep in their own territory right now, and they really need to get this first down here. They need a big play here, pick up about 5.5 yards. That was just a slip by Kroger, as you mentioned, trying to cut that ball. Otherwise, he probably would have picked up at least 3 or 4, got that ball in very manageable third down position. As it is, it's a third and fairly long. So they got to pick up the, get some big blocking from the big boys up front here.
Move formation. Johnson sets himself tight on the right side. Wing back on the same side, along with split end. Kroger goes same side. Nothing going that time. Fisher, as he gets on the option to the right side. And he's going to be stopped short. Bring up a 4th down for the Leafs. They'll have to go into punt formation as the ball sits on the 25, their own 25-yard line.
That play was snuffed out by Sandwich. A fine defensive stand on that possession by Sandwich. Just Maple Leafs not figured them out yet. Again, very similar offenses. So these guys play against this offense every day in practice. Right. They know how to defend it.
Fish will go back in punt formation. He'll stand back at his own 15-yard line. Return man for Sandwich stands back at his own 24 or 26. Fisher with a nice kick, high kick. Ball was fumbled, still loose, and Geneseo's going to chance that. I think Geneseo recovered the ball as he muffed the kick. Geneseo was all over that one. I believe maybe 28 came out with it for the Leafs.
That's going to be CI.
Way to hustle down the field there for the Leafs.
No, that's going to be Mitchell. Is that 29?
Mitchell. It may have been 29. The jersey was kind of bent up, and when he came off the field, I couldn't tell. It sure didn't look like Derek running.
He was on fire. It had to be Derek Mitchell. On that fumble recovery, he slipped right down his front. Never got the Sandwich player. Never got regained possession.
Here comes the offense.
See if the Leafs can capitalize on that muff.
Wing back right side. Going to come in motion. Give the ball up the middle. There goes Cathcart. Or was that Cathcart that time on the carry? Or Burris? That was Burris on the carry.
Grant Burris at the fullback spot. Picked up about long 3. Maple Leafs now in the territory where they can just take that ball and try to get a cloud of dust behind them.
Just with 5:12 left here in the first quarter. No scoring on board. Geneseo on their second possession. Double wing set with Kroger and Walters. Walters comes in motion. And give the ball to Walters. Going to find a seam. Walters is going to be close to the 20 or 31-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and short for the Leafs.
That's the way you want to drive the ball, picking up those 3 or 4 every time. You got 3rd and about 2 yards. That's very manageable. That's a good ground control ball game. This clock's going to just keep running this game. These two teams are going to keep it on the ground.
CI checks and brings a play. And I noticed after that first series of downs, as soon as that 4th, 3rd down play was over, Johnson Jr. walks over and starts talking to Johnson Sr. right away. And they both caught something. Maybe they found a key of something was going on in that first series of downs. 3rd and short for the Leafs. Geneseo jumps off sides on that left side.
There was movement on the whole left side, so there's a possibility that snap was just a fraction slow, but either that or they just keyed on one little jump. The timing is so critical.
Still mark off 5 yards against the Leafs and bring up a 3rd. Let's call it 3rd and 8 for the Maple Leafs.
Obviously, they want to get the jump on it.
At the Sandwich 36-yard line.
That execution, though, you just can't shoot yourself in the foot. They're back to 3rd and like 7 or 8.
Yep.
About 7. They are in the territory. If they can get that down close, they could go for it on 4th in this territory, though.
Double wing set. Walters comes in motion. Counter play. Kroger with the carry, number 21. Kroger's going to fight for a yard. Kroger's going to get close to the 30-yard line. Going to bring up a 4th down for the Leafs, but short. It's going to be 4th and short for the Maple Leafs.
Well, it's a long yard. There was the crowd yelling, go. Kroger on that counter play picked up about 6.5.
He was fighting hard,
5.5, but yeah, they're just a little over a yard to go. And on 4th down, they're going to go for it. J.J. Rivera runs in with the play.
Sandwich up front. So they set with 3 down linemen.
There's a possibility they could go with the long count here.
Yep.
But likely they're just going to try to power this ball.
4 down linemen for Sandwich. I believe we jumped off sides once again, Bob.
Everybody jumped.
Need to get our heads back in things here. Those are the mistakes we cannot have in a playoff situation. It will be offsides, illegal procedure on the Leafs. It's
hard to tell what happened there. So many guys jumped. It's really hard to tell
With 3:27 left in his first quarter, no score on the board.
And we're going to kick this one now.
Geneseo will go into punt formation as they do shuffle guys in and out.
35-yard line. They really want to try to get the sideline on this one. Otherwise, if it gets to the end zone, it'll be a 15-yard gain.
Right.
So we're going to try to find a little angle on a pooch kick here.
So Fisher will go back in a punt formation. He'll stand at his own 45-yard line. No, at the Sandwich 45-yard line. Back deep, number 8. Karate. Nice kick by Fisher. Rolls into the end zone. They'll run out to the 20-yard line.
Did not catch that sideline. It looked like it was heading that way, but it took a kick to the right. Did not give a Maple Leaf bounce, so they're going to start on the 20-yard line as Sandwich the Indians, and Maple Leafs couldn't capitalize on that turnover.
Sandwich on their second full possession of the game. 3:08 left in this first quarter. No score on the board. Here in this Class 2 or Class 4A second round game.
Sometimes that turnover means a lot in the game if you can really turn that thing into points, but Sandwich stood their ground, and now they got an opportunity to try to strike first again.
Second man through is going to get the carry for Sandwich. Moves it out to the 24-yard line. Nice pickup of 4 yards by Sandwich.
It's a nice football team. Boy, they got some big boys up front there. Number 75, Spencer Keene, comes in at 265 pounds.
Right,
they got a 270-pounder, a 280-pounder, and 285-pounders in there, man. They got some big fellas.
No score on the board here in this first quarter. Wing back right side. Hoffman. First man through is going to get the carry.
Nice.
Stacks it up and ramp a 3rd and short for the Indians.
Nice stuff. Anderson, of course, in there, Schilling in there. And Kroger comes off the bottom of the pile.
Be a solid 3rd and 1 for the Indians. 2:15 left in this first quarter. No score on the board.
A lot of big third down plays already in this ball game.
Yep.
See if we can get those guys to jump. Maple Leafs kind of shot themselves in the foot there with the procedure penalties.
Yep. 2 of them in a row, or 2 on the same series. Here we go, 3rd and short. Geneseo walks him up tight. It's going to break free. It's going to be a foot race. Walters along with number 8 for Sandwich, going to be close to the 20-yard line and brought him out of bounds at the 30-yard lines where they go out of bounds on the far sideline. It was a foot race. And Walters gets him out of bounds at the 28, let's call it. Big run for Sandwich.
The machine had packed it in pretty tightly on defense up there, and once he broke through the line, there wasn't much there. Walters had a foot race with him, got him out on the 29-yard line.
43-yard pickup.
Now it's time to stiffen up.
So ball sits 1st and 10 for Sandwich at their Geneseo 29-yard line. Geneseo again walks the linebackers up tight. Second man through gets the carry. On the carry, number 10, Voss gets about a yard.
Snodgrass on the legs. Hoon hits him high, and somebody else was in there.
Get 2 yards on the carry.
Probably Walters, it looked like.
Call it 2nd and long, we'll say a long 7.
Let's go.
1:15 left in this first quarter, no score on the board.
Tough situation here for the Leafs. Sandwich trying to draw first blood.
Sandwich is headed, moving the ball pretty well as they come up the line of scrimmage with a 2nd and 7. 1:03 left in the first quarter. Another seam there. Hoon on the tackle that time for the Leafs. Gets the ball down to about the 20-yard line. Does Sandwich.
Riling also on the tackle, and the Walters comes up and tries to finish him off, but they're picking up that big yardage. They're picking up 4 or 5 at a crack, and it's going to be 3rd and a yard deep into Maple Leaf territory here.
Ball sits right at the 21-yard line of Geneseo. Towards the west end zone here at Sandwich. 33 seconds left in this first quarter. No score on the board in this second round playoff game.
Maple Leafs can't rely on the turnover every time. They're going to have to really stiffen up right here.
21 with the carry. Fighting for yards. He's going to pick up the first down. He's going to get inside the 15. On the carry that time was number 21, Schmidt.
Nice power play by Schmidt. Driving up the middle. Line to it. Blew a nice little hole for him. Maple Leafs kind of getting blown off the ball just a little bit.
Schilling checks out of the game. Number 80.
Didn't see who checked in, but likely Rivera.
Clock's going to run down. It's going to pretty much do it for the first quarter of action. So after 1 quarter of play here at Sandwich, there's no score on the board. We'll be back after this.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Central Bank, Chicago Street Decorating Center, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Stackhouse Moore, Farmers National Bank, Geneseo Telephone Company, Turpins of Geneseo, Hammond Henry Hospital, Hazelwood Homes, Northside Rexall Drug, Protec Auto Body, Holland & Sons, Crow Ford. Please patronize these fine businesses and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
Come back as we get ready to start the second quarter of action here from Sandwich. Class 4A, second round playoff game, and certainly do want to mention that the Sandwich faculty and staff here have been more than gracious to us in getting us a good vantage point of the game here this evening. Work with Keith Kennett very closely, and along with getting us here and also getting our bleachers in place here for this playoff game.
Once again, incredible crowd here watching the scoreless first quarter. Neither team really could get the ball in the end zone. Both teams trying to move the football. One turnover by Sandwich. Leafs couldn't capitalize, shot themselves on the foot with a couple penalties. And now Sandwich driving right here at the beginning of the second quarter, deep in Maple Leaf territory.
First and 10 from the Geneseo 14-yard line, going towards the east end zone. Running backs had themselves set in the backfield. Quarterback number 4. Number 10 with the carry. Gets stacked up that time by Cathcart.
Blown by a host of them. Cathcart was one, Krogert was another, and Mahoon was another. Of course, that big line stood up the blocking and allowed those guys, those backers, to come up and finish it off. Big play, big play.
So we'll call it second and 10 from the 14-yard line. Play's just now getting to the huddle.
I hadn't seen if I think Schilling is still out of the ball game. That was Rivera checked in a linebacker spot for Schilling.
Here we go. Quarterback puts him in down position. Linebackers jump around. 22 with the carry. Nice stop that by in the middle by Cathcart once again on the hit.
Cathcart and Krogert met him just about another yard gain.
Let's call it 3rd and 7. No score on the board here. They can pick up a first down.
It's actually, John looks might be closer to third and 8. So this is an opportunity here to see if we can. I don't know if they're going to try to force them to put it up or not. See if they keep it on the ground. They do have.
They've been moving it pretty well on the ground.
They do have 4 downs to get it done though.
Up they come. Tight formation for the Indians. Long count. Going to try to drum us offside. I think they did.
They did. Their officials are going to discuss it, see if anybody on the offensive side jumped. And they're going to say, nope, I didn't see it.
Offside is Geneseo.
It's going to be against the Leafs. That's going to bring a 3rd and 8 into 3rd and 3. Critical penalty once again. You know,
that's the 3rd one we've had. 3rd critical penalty.
Those are the kinds of penalties you just hope you don't see in the playoffs, because you try to get those bugs worked out early through the course of the regular season so you don't see them. But hopefully the Leafs bounce back right here.
Going to call
put a stiffener on it.
3rd and 2 on the 7-yard line. Break the huddle, and wingback goes right side for the Indians. First man through is going to get it. Nope, second man through got the ball on the right side.
And he's going to have enough for a first down.
It'll be inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line, it looks like.
We're going to have a fresh set of downs here to try to bring that thing home from the 3-yard line. Sandwich driving this football, doing a really nice job up front, controlling the line of scrimmage, quite honestly, right now. And their running backs, they run with power.
Everything stays right inside the tackle for them.
Maple Leaf defensive line going to have to stiffen up here, trying to stack them up. Linebacker core tightens up really tight. Put the squeeze on him here.
First man through is going to get the carry. Going to bring him back. Probably no gain the play. Brings up a 2nd and goal from about the 3-yard line.
We can't hardly start calling out names there. Kroger was the last guy off the ground, so we're going to give him some credit. But he was had to be one of the first guys to put the smash mouth on him. But
they're going to give him forward progress up to about the 1.
It looked like that ball was hit at the line of scrimmage, but he must. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle. Sandwich once again driving with some power here.
Bring the play in.
Maple Leafs should be used to seeing this.
Yep.
They see it every day in practice. It's just plain old power football.
Line splits go down to toe-to-toe for the Indians. Stops short, maybe lost a couple yards on the play as he bounced back. On the carry that time was number 8.
Well, once again, give credit to the defensive line of the Maple Leafs for shoving the blockers. They shoved the blockers right back into the quarterback. Had a little trouble with the exchange on that, and did some bouncing.
Now it'll go 3rd.
Speaking of bouncing,
Oops.
Keith wants us to quit shaking the pedestal here, but yeah, 3rd down.
3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. 8:34 left in the 2nd period. No score on the board.
Green Machine is stiffened up on the first 2 plays. See if they can withstand it.
Wing back right side.
Coach Johnson talks about taking that blow. Absorb it.
Ball fumbled. I believe we fell on it. Ball was fumbled at the 3-yard line. I think Geneseo lands on it. Getting the recovery.
Absolutely.
Hoon with the recovery. Number 37 for the Leafs on the 3-yard line.
1st and goal on the 3-yard line were the Indians. Maple Leafs, in those situations would look almost hopeless at times. He stiffened up, held him on 2 successive downs, and then get the hard hit on him, jarred the ball loose. Falls on the football. It's Maple Leaf football. Now they got to get it out of the hole.
I didn't even catch who was running the ball for the Indians on that play, but certainly a solid hit, knocked the ball loose, and Hoon fell on it. 1st and 10, Leafs at their own 7-yard line. Got a long ways to go. Tight formation, wing back to the right side. Fisher, the quarterback, going to give the ball to Cathcart. Cathcart just runs over somebody and moves the ball out to the 12-yard line. Wow.
Cathcart seeing his first series on offense, unless I missed something. I think he just got in. And, he has to be hungry.
It has to be.
He was not ready for the season to end while he was watching on the sidelines. He's got to be hungry. He hasn't played in a couple of days.
So he moves the ball out 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for the Leafs. Ball on the 11-yard line. Fisher, the quarterback, looks him over. Daniels, the center. Sends his wing back in motion. Counter play that time for the Leafs. Not much going that time for Walters.
That was Walters, and on the slip once again. Didn't get hit too hard, but he's checking his shoes. He's just trying to make a cut. The turf must be watered down out there, although I don't know why that would be an advantage for them. They play the same kind of football game we do. It looks like it's just really, really wet out there for some reason.
3rd and 3 for the Leafs. Up they come. Linemen set themselves. Wing back left side. Flag on the play. The back judge.
That's usually somebody lined up offsides on that one. Yeah, they're going to have Sandwich lined up offsides. That's going to be a 1st down for the Leafs.
Green Machine are clapping.
And they got it out of the hole. That's going to bring it out to about the 19-yard line, 18.5-yard line. That's what the Leafs needed here. Get it out of that hole. Now they get some running room.
CI checks in the game, number 28. The senior, 6 foot, 170 pounds. He'll line up at the tight end position. Walters will line up the wing back right next to him, right behind him. 4 down linemen for the Indians. 2nd man through's got the ball. Oh, Walters just about sprung that one. Nice tackle in the open field by Voss.
There was one man out there, and it was Mr. Voss. Made a nice one-man tackle, but that baby would have got some yardage if he could have eluded that tackle. Most people went for that 1st man through.
Yep.
Once again, Geneseo really trying to hide the football well enough to try to spring that 2nd, 3rd guy, but every once in a while you just got to give it that 1st man. Let's see if we can get some yardage.
Yep. So So up we come with a 2nd and 7. Ball's on the 22-yard line. Geneseo now in the formation, moves, and Hoon sets himself in the backfield. Going to look for a sweep play. On the carry that time was Hoon on the sweep play. Gets it out to the 28-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down for the Leafs. 3rd and a long 5. Just looked like we had enough blockers out there. We just didn't hit the right guys.
You know, they're not getting a lot of people on the tackle in a lot of these plays. You know, the one guy's getting the job done here.
Right.
And sometimes when you see that occurring time after time, you know, eventually you try to spring that thing. Maple Leafs, on the other hand, seem to be most of the time having the gang tackle.
Okay, here we go. 3rd and 5 for the Leafs. Fisher looks them over.
That ball
stacked up.
That ball is not going to make it.
On the carry that time was Cathcart. Or was it Walters? I didn't pick up who had it.
I think Cathcart was the lead blocker, and I think Walters actually had the football.
Okay.
It's going to be 4th and 3, so Maple Leafs going to punt it away. But at least they got it out of that hole. They got themselves some punting room here. If they'd had to punt that thing down on about the 3-yard line, it would have been a lot tougher. So need a good kick. Got a Fisher.
Here we go.
At this point, and some good coverage.
Return man for the Indians. Stand down about his own 30. Fisher with a spiral kick, going to hit the 40-yard line and roll. It's going to be a live ball as he tries to fall on it. Down at the 26-yard line.
That was a good bounce for the Maple Leafs, and he did it. He had to fall on that thing because he did touch it.
Nice hustle by Solberg to down the. Did not give him a chance to pick the ball up. And now Geneseo's defense comes back on the field with 4:51 left in the first half. No score on the board between the Indians of Sandwich and our Green Machine. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
P.J. Crotty was the deep back on that thing. He's got about 600-some yards on the season, so obviously he runs the football for him a lot. This is a hard blocking, hard running football team.
Yes, they are.
Here.
Certainly are. Hamer in on the defensive side of the ball, number 19 for the Leafs.
Both teams came to play.
Linebackers walking up tight again. Gonna try to get it around the outside this time. Geneseo tries to turn it in. On the carry is Voss, breaks out free, still on his feet. And brought down to the 42-yard line. A flag comes flying in from the backfield.
That has to be an illegal block where he threw that from. There was no face mask or anything going on at that point. Yeah, he's going to have to get some sort of an illegal block on that call. Yep, it's going to be a holding. So a big play for the Indians is going to go back.
Penalty flag lays at the 35-yard line.
As you said, John, they were trying to turn that play in. Boy, they did not have it turned in at all.
No.
They had some lead blockers out there, and that thing, you could see yardage developing on that play.
Yep. About the first time we've seen them try to go to the outside from the get-go. So they moves the ball back to the 25-yard line. I'll bring up a 1st down.
I'm impressed with the execution of Sandwich offense.
Yes.
You know, their timing is good. Their execution is really good.
The ball was on the 25-yard line. We'll call it 1st and 10 again for the Indians. Geneseo's defense sets themselves. 3 down linemen, stand-up ends. Ball goes up the middle. Still on his feet. Picks up 4 in the play.
Herd of tacklers over there. But my goodness, you know, the leg drive out there, the offensive line keeps driving, and their running backs just drive. They just do not want to go down.
On the tackle that time, I believe, was Hoon from the backside for the Leafs. Pick up 3 on the play. Call it 2nd and 7. 3:58 left in this first half. No score on the board.
Our defensive linemen are standing up their linemen, but they're just continue to drive. You know, and our linebackers have to come up and make the tackle. Their offensive linemen are holding their blocks.
Double wing set.
There you go.
Time that tackle on the Geneseo defense.
That's Cothran.
Cothran on the tackle, number 8. P.J. Karate.
He hog-tied him, brought him down right now. 3rd and 5. Big 3rd down here for the Leafs. Big 3rd down for both teams.
Yes. Ball sits on the 31-yard line of Sandwich.
If they could force him to kick right here, that would be a lot better field position than we had the last time.
Yep.
We've only got 3 minutes and 14 seconds left to go here in this half, and we don't have any score yet.
But his defense.
But a well-played ball game.
Snodgrass walks up. Looking to get him around the corner. Number 10, Voss with the carry. Nothing going that time. 4th down for the Indians.
That's Mr. Alex Anderson around his legs. He was going nowhere once he wrapped those legs. He got nothing. Might have picked up a half a yard or so, but basically nothing. Solberg checks back in the ball game here.
Hoon, along with Walters, set themselves back to return men at the 35-yard line.
Rivera slips out of the game.
They're going to let the clock run down as far as they can. Now they're going to switch them up.
Whatever Schilling I pulled out for, he's back in the ball game defensively here.
Snap's good. Oh, we came close to getting some hands on that thing.
Yeah.
Let that ball just hit the ground and die.
Reiling busted his way up the middle there.
Yeah.
Looked like he was going to bust through, trying to get a hand on that thing.
So Geneseo's offense will come back on the field here with 2:14 left in the first half. No score on the board. And boy, it's just been a back and forth, bang your head against the wall type game here.
This might be one of those stamina games. It might be one of the teams that can really hang into the last in the second half. You know, if somebody doesn't take the momentum and get a big edge somewhere, it could be see who can outlast the other team. And I think Sandwich has more players going both ways.
I think so too. It looks like
not that always tells the story, but there's a good possibility. They've got a lot of people going both ways.
Ball sits on the 41-yard line for the Leafs. Double wing set for him. Hoon comes in motion. Going to drop back the pass. Got a receiver wide open downfield. It's a foot race. Walter's going to catch the ball at the 30. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Geneseo!
No flags.
Great call by Coach Johnson right there. 58-yard touchdown pass from Fisher to Walters. He just lays the ball out there, and Walters just chased it down.
He sort of caught that thing with one hand and then pulled it in, and then he had to stumble back to his feet.
He had to stumble over a yard line or two.
He stumbled for about 5 yards, regained his composure, and then he was in. We got La Roma's Pizza. We forgot our sheet here.
Be the fifth caller La Roma's Pizza. Win one large.
18 topping pizza. No, 2 topping pizza.
The fifth caller La Roma's Pizza. Every time Geneseo scores a touchdown, win a free large 2 topping pizza. Radio listeners only. Kicks up and good by the Leafs. 9-4-4-6-1-7-1. About lost my notebook and everything on that touchdown call.
Maple Leafs strike on the first play after receiving the football on the punt, turned over on downs.
Yep.
By Sandwich. Put the ball in the air very unexpectedly by Sandwich that didn't have a clue. Walters was open by about 5 yards.
Yes.
And the only reason it was even close going in the end zone is that he did stumble and as he was trying to pull the ball into his chest.
Stumbling, bumbling. Got it in the end zone, though. Touchdown. Maple Leafs put 7 points on the board with 2:04 left in this first half. This is a second-round playoff game.
Just when it looked like this might be a smash-mouth, no-score first half, Maple Leafs strike in the air. Oh, they're throwing shirts.
Yeah.
They're throwing shirts, John. Here we go.
It's a long throw up here, unless it's one of your softball players.
I don't think we have any softball players cheerleading right now. Oh, yeah, we do. Anna's down there. Take that back.
Okay, here we go. Kicking the ball is Jake Arnold from his 40-yard line. Nice high kick this time. Going to come down at the 10. Little reverse, actually. Hands the ball off that time. He's in the open. Arnold makes a tackle on the far sideline at the 35-yard line. Jake Arnold lays it heavy out there.
He comes off the field, and he's going to get the glad hand all around. You know,
they run a little bit of a reverse.
They ran a reverse, and they handed the ball off, and it was pretty clear that the guy who caught the football initially, the initial receiver, did not have the football, but for some reason, he picked up some big yardage. Ball at 35.
1:56 left in the first half. Geneseo up with the score 7-0. Sandwich the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Running back with the ball up the middle. Got a nice first about 9 yards on the carry as those linemen do get downfield for the Indians.
They do. They just keep driving and pushing.
Mueller, Mueller, number 78, 6'4", 285 pounds. They go in a hurry-up offense. They break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage. 1:36 left in the half. 2nd and 2. Gives the ball up the middle. Full back with the carry. He's going to be close to the first down. You can't tell he's going to be short of the first down. 3rd and about a foot.
I think that's Reiling wrapping the legs. I didn't see who hit him high, but got him just before the first down. It's a short yard that they got to pick up here on 3rd down.
Both teams have 3 timeouts. With 1 minute and 9 seconds left in this first half, Geneseo opened the score 7-0.
Both teams have also shot themselves in the foot a couple different times. Maple Leafs had the one successful drive.
Ball goes up the middle. Going to be a first down for the Indians. Move the ball close to the 49-yard line.
It's going to be a pickup of 5. That was just a quick hitter.
Kroger with the tackle. And timeout is going to be called by the Indians.
56 seconds left to go here in the first half. Maple Leafs want to put a stand on this thing and make sure they go into halftime 7-zip. But the Indians have other plans.
The lone touchdown for the Leafs came here under of a 58-yard touchdown pass from Fisher to Walters down the near sideline in front of the home fans. And took it in. The extra point was good by Fisher with 7-0. Now we're with the 56 seconds left, and this team of Indians over there can be very explosive. You can see that every time they come very close to 1 or 2 strides, they may be breaking something.
Once again, though, they do tend to keep the ball on the ground. They probably, if anybody runs the ball more than Geneseo, it might be these guys. And they've only have 56 seconds left to move 50 yards, and that's difficult to do on the ground.
Right.
So they may have to put that ball up. We'll see what they got.
Be looking for it. Hamer's out there along with Walters at the cornerbacks. Kroger will play safety. Back off the ball, number 21. First and 10 at the 50-yard line. Indians with the ball. 56 seconds left in this first half. Geneseo up with the score 7-0. One back in the backfield is a fullback, number 31 or 21. Drop back the pass. Big pressure this time. Riley's chasing him out of the pocket. Downfield it goes. And completed down near the 34, 33-yard line. They'll go up to the line of scrimmage quickly, does the Indians.
That's about a 17-yard gain on that pass play. For the Indians, they're going to get the line of scrimmage quick. They're going to start the clock, 48 seconds left. That's a quick 16 yards.
Double wing set. Now he spikes the ball and stops the clock with 43 seconds left in this first half. A nice pass that time. We had some pressure on him and forced him out of the pocket. But just couldn't stop him from getting that pass off downfield. Nice catch made by the I don't know who caught it for them. They didn't catch a number, maybe.
Well, we might get
tight end, but yeah, he was.
There's a possibility we get an opportunity to see it again.
Now they come up the line of scrimmage, do the Indians first or second and 10. Good sweep play, far side, Voss with the carry. Looking for some yards.
That was interesting. They spiked the ball. They're going to call a timeout here.
Yep.
They spiked the ball and gave up a down and then put the ball on the ground. And now have to call a timeout.
Third and long for them. Third and a solid 5 yards, it looks like.
3rd and 5 with almost 38 seconds left to go here in the half. And Willis, what's the timeout situation? They still have one left. The Indians still have one timeout left after this one just called. Maple Leafs setting their defense here.
Look for some trickery here.
Obviously, they'd like to have a first down first and foremost. Somebody's shaking our platform again.
So with 39 seconds left, we have the score 7-0. Maple Leafs on top, courtesy of an 80 or 38-yard touchdown pass. Here late or about midway through this second quarter.
This is not going to be a walk-away win.
No.
This is a good football team we're playing tonight. And it's not going to be a walk-away win for either team. It's going to be a battle to the end. Right here, the Maple Leafs trying to get a stop with 38 seconds left to go here. And 26 yards to go to pay dirt.
See two receivers out wide and left side to the right side of the defense of Geneseo. Hoon on the coverage along with Walters. Quarterback's going to drop back. He's going to look to throw the ball. Short, quick slant pattern, number 10. That'll stop the clock to move the chains inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line.
They run Voss, they throw to Voss. I'm quite sure Voss caught that other reception earlier. I just didn't want to say it because I didn't realize how he could get out of the backfield, but they do split him out.
Yep.
They put him in a wide out position. And I believe both those receptions are to Voss. They like to put that ball in his hands and see what he can do with it.
Ball's on the 16-yard line. And they spike the ball once again. That'll stop the clock with 28 seconds left. Ball's on the 16-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
Okay, putting the ball in the end zone from the 50-yard line and 56 seconds left to go. I said that was hard to do. Now with 28 seconds left, they only got 16 yards to go. that's not quite as hard.
They've got one timeout left on their side.
They just need they need one big play. Maple Leafs need a couple big defensive plays.
Still shuffling some personnel in and out.
It's going to be second down due to that spike. Second and 10 from the 16. They're not looking for 3 yards in the cloud of dust here, though.
No.
They're looking for big yardage.
They're going to send 2 receivers out to the right side, 2 backs in the backfield. We're going to drop back to pass. Goes across the middle with it. Incomplete. A nice defensive play that time by J.J. Rivera. Got a hand in there, knocked the pass down as he defended against number 8.
Rivera's trying to convince the officials that he caught that football, but pretty sure that must have hit the ground.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
Nobody was buying his act.
3rd and 10 for the Indians of Sandwich.
JJ, you got to find another career. Acting's not your thing right now.
Karate was the intended receiver there. 3rd and 10. Ball sits on the 16-yard line. 2 receivers out to the right side of the offense for Sandwich. Quarterback going to step out that same way. Got time, gets the ball downfield. Incomplete. I think they may have a call up. No, the ball was incomplete.
There's a flag out there.
I believe we're going to show a push by the offense as he went down and pushed off the defender there.
We're down to 19 seconds left to go here, and the ball, line of scrimmage was the 16-yard line. That ball was on about the 5, wasn't it?
Yeah,
right around
5.
the 5-yard line. And it's going against the Indians, it appears. By the look on their...
A lot of discussion by the referees on that far sideline.
No, it's going against the Leafs. It's going to be pass interference against the Leafs. Somebody give him a push. Nobody was near the receiver when he was diving for the football, so that's kind of interesting.
Yes. I think and that's the Sandwich players thought it was against them also as they moved their huddle back off.
They moved their huddle back and they looked all disgusted. But they're going to get the Maple Leafs going to get, the Indians are going to get a first down on the, where's that, about the 8-yard line?
It looks like the 8-yard line, 9-yard line. 19 seconds left in this first half. Sandwich Indians are knocking on the door here on the 9. The receivers out wide once again go deep to the corner. Incomplete, out of bounds. On the coverage is Walters, knocks him out of bounds just after the ball gets to him. He does not catch the ball anyway.
Didn't catch the ball, and he's throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum over there, thinking that should have been. He thought maybe that hit was a little too soon. The crowd over there doing a little oohing and on, thinking maybe that hit was too soon, but it looked like that hit came just as the ball arrived.
Right. So it brings up 2nd and 9 from the 9-yard line for the Indians. 14 seconds left on the clock.
If they keep throwing the ball, 15 seconds, 14 and a half seconds is a lot of time.
Need to get some pressure inside.
They do have one timeout, so they can put the ball on the ground, use up their last timeout.
They're going to go tight formation, double wing set. Now they're going to send a receiver out wide to the right side, number 10, Voss. And they're going to have to call a timeout. That'll be their last timeout allowance in this first half. There's 14 seconds left on the clock. Probably a good choice by the quarterback there is when you're this close, this tight a game, you want to make sure everything's right every time. So they did call a timeout.
Interesting call though, because now they probably can't put it on the ground.
Right.
If they try to run the football now, the clock will probably expire if they don't make it. So they'd be giving them one shot from the 9-yard line. So it's probably a pretty good tip-off. This ball is going to be in the air and it's going to be in the end zone or on the sideline.
7-0, Maple Leafs up on top. Good thought, Bob. That's all they can do right now is put the ball into the end zone.
It's either got to be a sideline pass or in the end zone at this point because they put the ball on the ground. 14 and a half seconds could click off before they get the ball set.
So we'll see if Geneseo's defense comes out any different with an extra defensive back, but maybe they want to put more guys up front with some pressure on the quarterback.
Considering that everybody in the place is expecting a pass, they may put it on the ground, bring it right at us.
Receiver goes out wide to the right side is Voss. On the coverage over there is Walters. Also a man in the slot, number 8. Gonna draw back the pass. Gonna be complete. Little pick play there, but no call. Touchdown, the Indians.
Well executed play. I think you're right. There must have been a little pick, or either that, or a lot of miscommunication by the Leafs over there, because there was nobody on coverage whatsoever.
And they're going to go. They're going to try to kick the extra point. Number 90. Big play, 7-0. Kicks up. And good to make the score 7-7 here with 9 seconds left before halftime in this second round playoff game.
That was Kroger just about got his hand on that extra point attempt, and he's kind of patting the ground thinking he knew how close he was. Got 9.5 seconds left to go here in this half. And Maple Leafs, after scoring on that pass strike to Walters, let the Sandwich Indians drive the length of the field with score with 9.5 seconds left to go here and tie this ball game up. It's a battle.
Yes, it is. Certainly is. That's what you expect here in a playoff game, as it is here in Class 4A. As tough as this whole bracket of 4A is, and we come into Sandwich and knew we'd have a tough foe when we got here. Certainly proves to be right with the score 7-7 here right before halftime.
I would expect that Coach Johnson wants to hang on to this football and just tuck it in, go into halftime with a 7-7 tie, make some adjustments. And that's one thing our coaching staff and our players do so well, is make the second half adjustments. Or halftime adjustments to come out in the second half, and really play a good ball game.
Back deep will be Hamer. He'll stand at about his 13-yard line. A little bit of a breeze into the face. That's a kicker.
You don't expect anything funky here out of Sandwich either. Not a great opportunity for an onside kick, because even if you get it, it doesn't give you anything.
9 seconds left on the clock here in this first half. 7-7 to score. A lot of discussion in there, though, wasn't there?
A lot of discussion, trying to figure out.
Back deep, Hamer at his 10.
What are we going to do?
Kroger and Walters flank him.
So which one's going to run it back?
This is going to be Walters on the far side. Some trickery in the backfield. Walters with the reverse. Walters might have it seam. Walters going to cut back against the grains and bring us all the way back. He's still on his feet.
And that's going to pad the stats for the return yardage, but it's not going to get any score because the halftime buzzer buzzes.
There's a flag on the play on the far sideline. Illegal block declined by the Sandwich Indians. So at halftime, this Class 4A second round playoff game, 7-7 at halftime. We'll be right back after this to bring you all the action.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Central Bank, Chicago Street Decorating Center, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Stackhouse Moore, Farmers National Bank, Geneseo Telephone Company, Turpins of Geneseo, Hammond Henry Hospital, Hazelwood Homes, Northside Rexall Drug, Protec Auto Body, Holland & Sons, Crow Ford. Please patronize these fine businesses and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Welcome back as we get ready to start this second half of action here from Sandwich, Illinois, as the Sandwich Indians and the Geneseo Green Machine Maple Leafs are dueling it out here at halftime. It's 7-7, and Geneseo will open up the second half receiving the kickoff from the Indians. I am John Rowley along with Bob Pettit, bringing you all the action here from the north side of the field here at Sandwich, as the field runs east and west. As we are up on a scissor lift way above the fans here in front of us on the Geneseo sideline.
Maple Leafs get the football here to open up the second half. Once again, that workmanlike group here ready to go to work.
Yep.
Looks like they're fired up, made their halftime adjustments, and we hope there's a couple things that we talked about at halftime, John, a couple things that could come into play in the second half. One is the adjustments made, who's going to do the best with that end of the game, and then also the stamina factor, see which team is standing after this heavyweight boxing match is done.
So we will go out to return the ball. We saw a little trickery right there before halftime on that kickoff return for the Leafs, as they did a reverse tree or whatever you want to call it there at Hoon getting the ball, and then a couple of players running off him, taking fake handoffs. Let's see if they do that again. Back deep is Hamer.
They actually ran a double reverse on that play, which really got the ball downfield.
Right. 12 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. 7-7, here we go. Back to the brawl.
Back to the brawl. There's going to be some people with some bruises here because there's some heavy hitting here.
A lot to go on yet here.
Game.
And a kickoff. Nice kick, going to be fielded down there by Walters on the far sideline. Looking for a seam right up the middle. Just sticks his head in there and goes forward. Gets it out over the 30-yard line, about the 32. I believe it was Walters on the return.
There was no hole there. There was about 4 or 5 of the dark-colored jerseys put their heads right in that thing, and Walters just hit a wall. Good coverage by the Indians. Maple Leafs get the football in good field position, though, ready to start this second half. 7-7 score.
Daniels,
what a football game.
Daniels brings him up the line of scrimmage. He'll be flanked on this near side by Cothran. In Rome on the right side. Sends Walters in motion. Gives the ball to Cathcart. Cathcart's fighting for yards. Cathcart's carrying him with him. They're trying to strip him of the ball. He's still on his feet. First down. Cathcart carries him.
They were trying to strip the ball. They were ball tackling all the way. Cathcart's legs kept driving. He picked up about 11. Just plenty for the first down.
We'll set that inside the line of scrimmage as they break the huddle.
Does that shock you? He got the football in the first
No,
play?
I don't think so.
I'd have been shocked if he didn't.
Reese and Ryland on that left side. Gives the ball to Gut once again. Go the Leafs. We're going to call him out there at about 4-yard pickup that time on the carry. Quick hitter.
They're going to run that ball right up the middle, see if they can stop it. Sandwich, very similar teams, doing the same thing. We're going to see who's the toughest right here.
Sandwich will go down with 4 down linemen up front.
In the first half, we got a little flashy with that 58-yard pass play. Now we're going to see if we're tough.
Kroger at the wing. He's going to give the ball to Cathcart once again. Cathcart's going to fight for it. Gets the ball to the 50-yard line. Brings up 3rd and about 2 for the Maple Leafs.
Good blocking up front.
Yes, there was.
Getting those holes just like we like from 3rd and about 2. We can live with that.
Rivera checks in.
Pick up 4 on first down, 4 on second down, 3rd and 2. That's good football.
Yep.
Now you got to pick up the 2. Got a block up there, boys.
Just underway here in the second half. 7-7's the score. Geneseo in their opening possession. Ball sits on the 50-yard line. Daniels comes up, sets himself over that oblong football. Wishbone formation.
I've got a flag.
I think we're going to have illegal procedure for the Leafs.
That ball is really close to the first down. He's been on the spot. It looks like the spot is going to give him a first down. Most likely,
shift.
If it is, unless that penalty, that penalty is going to go against the Leafs.
Illegal shift.
And they're going to see if it's a first down. And it appears that it would be. So they are going to mark off the 5.
They'll mark off 5 from the point of where the snap was at. They'll move the ball back to the 45-yard line. It's another penalty that's kind of hurt us here. We had 2 in the first half that hurt.
Very similar situations.
Yes.
You got 3rd and 2, a very doable situation. Now you got 3rd and 7, and it makes it tough. Got to come up with the big play here.
7-7 to score. Just underway here in the second half. Geneseo on their opening possession, double wing set. Walters goes in motion, going to go sweep play. Trying to get around the corner. He's going to get a first down. He's got some first down, Geneseo. They're going to mark it soft, short.
No. They're going to call him out of bounds, and it is not going to be a first down. He had plenty of yardage over on the far side, but he must have stepped out of bounds, and he's going to be a yard short. Crowd yelling, go. Coach Johnson grabs a hold of J.J. Rivera's shoulder, and he's going to send him in with a play.
Yep, they're going to go for it. The ball sits just inside.
Oh, he says land. Okay, he wants Rivera. He wants Hoon in the backfield. Walter's got a little bit of a bang-up shin or something, walks off.
Okay, It's 4th and 1. Ball sits on the 49-yard line of the Sandwich Indians. Up we come. We'll set ourselves up to the line of scrimmage. Wishbone formation between behind Fisher. First down for the Leafs.
Ball comes loose.
And I believe the Sandwich Indians may have got it back. No indication yet from the referee.
There is no indication. The indication is only from the Sandwich team. If they're not going to rule that ball down. They're going to rule that ball goes.
Although Kroger comes out of the pile with the ball in his hand.
Not exactly sure how that happens. Kroger comes out of the pile with the ball, but they're going to give the ball to Sandwich. He was really not down. I think even the replay would show that. It was a matter of who's going to come up with the pile. Once again, this could be a game of breaks.
10 minutes left.
Hopefully that's not one that makes a difference.
10 minutes left in this third quarter. 7-7 to score here in this second round playoff game.
That was plenty of yardage for the first down, by the way.
Yep.
Maple Leafs were moving the ball across midfield.
Wingback comes in motion. Gives the first man through. Stacked up, still stacked up, and took down there. That's Cathcart once again. No, that's Kroger came up and had something to prove.
Kroger still.
Oh, not a good mark.
Kroger's still a little upset on the call on that fumble. Comes up after he was stood up, put his head. He wanted to make sure he wasn't going forward anyway.
2nd and 8.
When Kroger came forward, the leg drive stopped.
Yep. 2nd and 8 for the Indians.
He was wrapped up by a couple guys over there. Didn't catch that.
Up front, the defense sets themselves now as Indians come up the line of scrimmage. Wide receiver goes out wide right. Is Voss. 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback's going to drop back the pass. Got some pressure on him. He's going to be brought down.
And he was in it. Grabs, he got a pass away, and he got a completed pass.
We had him wrapped up at the 31-yard line.
He was on his way down, dumped it off to a back in the backfield, and it's going to be about a half-yard loss on the play.
Bring up a 3rd and 8, we'll call it.
Yeah, it's going to be 9. He moved. That's a pretty good spot for the Maple Leafs. He's going to be 3rd and 9, and that play lost a yard, but it was going to lose about 7.
Yes. Good defense, spread deep by the Geneseo defense, pushed him out of the pocket. Of course, he never stays in the pocket. He always is floating one way or the other whenever he tries to pass the ball. Number 4, Wegener, Justin. Up the middle he goes, short of the first down. Going to bring a punt formation, a punt situation for the Indians, I would assume.
It's going to be right at midfield, and it's going to be 4th and 3 at midfield, so they're very likely going to kick it away. They have not sent a punt team out there, but they're a little slow doing that.
It's a 4th and 4, 8:44 left.
Looking the situation over, he's considering going for this thing at midfield. Nope, he's not.
He did that same thing the first couple of punts too. He just holds them there for a long time. Now they come right to the line of scrimmage.
He wants to just play a little chess game out there.
Yep. So it's 4th and 4. Ball sits at the 49-yard line of the Indians.
No, short.
Fake kick. He does get the first down.
It's a short snap.
Moves it first down, markers down to about the 44-yard line, goes the Sandwich Indians,
picks up about 5 on the play.
Fake punt to the gut back. So the defense will have to come now. We're really near sideline. We got to get up on our feet and start hollering, get the defense going.
In that field position, you thought maybe the Leafs might want to suspect something, but they just couldn't sniff that one out. So Sandwich drives.
Wing back right side for the Indians. Give the ball up the middle. Number 21 on the carry. They're going to try to strip the ball out. Whistle blows. No gain on the play, I wouldn't think. Maybe a yard, a foot maybe.
Reiling had a wraps on him, pushing him back. Hoon also, but there was a host of defenders there, put the wraps on him. And he did not pick up. He picked up about 2 feet.
7:44 left in the third quarter. 7-7 to score.
It's interesting they let the leg drive go forward, never let that pile go back.
Nope.
That's the way the rules are put up for some reason.
The ball sits in that 43-yard line, or 43-yard line at Geneseo. 2nd and 9. Going back right side for the Indians. Gives the ball second man through. He's got the carry. Voss with the carry.
That thing is stuffed
Maybe.
up. There's a pile of Maple Leafs. There's no way to call that thing. We'll call the last guy off the bottom here, but That's Cothran.
Yep, Cothran on the
Cothran, the
tackle.
last guy at the bottom here, helping the other guys up. Riley also coming out of that pile, but the Maple Leaf defensive line is trying to state their case right here. Anderson, Cothran,
See if they're going
and
to
Riling. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure all the guys are in there.
third and long, third and a solid 9 yards.
Cathcart, Schilling, and Snodgrass at those backer positions.
Going to send receiver out, 2 receivers out wide, the left side, the right side of our defense. Hoon
Don't
and
fall
Walters on the
asleep here.
coverage. There's some pressure up front. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass.
There's a flag. The catch is
caught, completed.
The catch
A flag in the backfield would indicate holding. His ball was completed down around the 20 or 30-yard line.
That's going to go against Sandwich. Their crowd not going to like it. Geneseo crowd doing a little hooting and hollering. That ball, that's probably if they should get. What are they going to give that? It could be.
Depends on what they called. They called.
If that's holding back there, it's going to be 10 yards from the point of the foul.
He just gave him 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, didn't he? Okay.
Okay.
It's going to be third. Let's call it 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14.
I didn't see what the call was. It must have been some sort of a motion.
I think he actually did go eagle look motion.
Okay.
Yeah, eagle look shift. Yeah.
3rd and long.
Ball sits on the 48-yard line of Geneseo.
Don't be shocked here, gentlemen.
Double wing set. Watch some type of counter play they may have. Here goes jet sweep. Gonna be knocked short. Nothing going that time.
That's Cothran wrapping his legs. Schilling up right there. Riling right there. Everybody coming up.
So bring up 4th down for the Indians of Sandwich.
Okay, now we're going to play this little delay game before we send our punt team out. And here we come. It's going to be 4th and 12.
Back deep will go Walters and Hoon. They'll stand back at their own 20-yard line.
Might want to stay home in that front line, just see what happens here.
Oh, just about blocked that one, Cathcart. They're going to let that ball just roll dead down there at about the 18-yard line. Let's come on. Here comes the offense. Jared Burton checks into the game, number 73 for the Leafs. Tommy Reese, Anthony Rome, Mark Cothran.
Try to think. It must be Anderson. It must be Anderson who is taking a little bit of a breather.
Seth Daniels.
Anderson going 2 ways today on just about every play, on every series. So they're going to give him just a little breather, give him a little timeout.
5:26 left in the 3rd quarter. Tie game. 7-7 here in this playoff game. Up they come, tight formation. Johnson sets tight left. CI tight on the right side. Going back on that same side as Johnson. Give the ball up the middle. Goes Cathcart still on his feet. A little head action there. No call. Gets over the 20-yard line.
It's close to helmet on helmet, but
you got a nice pickup on the play.
Picked up about 3.
Rivera brings the play in.
Maple Leafs once again just trying to power it up. The last drive was stopped by a fumble, but they were driving. They were really not stopped except for dropping the ball on the ground.
Moving the ball well. Here we go. 2nd and 7 for the Leafs on their own 21-yard line. Double wing set. Things will win back in motion. Going to counter play this time. Nothing going that time for the Leafs. As maybe got it right back to the line of scrimmage. Tried to run the counter play to Walters. And they snuffed it out. It brings up 3rd and long for the Leafs.
Yeah, they lost a couple yards on that one, so it's 3rd and 9. Anderson coming back in the ball game here. Burton checking out. Must have been a long enough rest for Alec. And they need a big 3rd down play here. This is going to be
3rd and 9.
Set about the 21-yard line, and they really want to pick up some yardage here. Don't want to have to kick deep in their territory one more time.
Cathcart, the 3-back, talking to Fisher. On the carry goes, I believe, Kroger on the carry. Picks up about 3. Geneseo will have to punt the ball off with 3:56 left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I picked up about 3 or 4, but still 5 yards short on that particular play. And Maple Leafs here going to kick it away from. They're going to be kicking at about the 15-yard line.
7-7 to score.
14-yard line.
Fisher goes back into punt formation.
Need that big favorable bounce here again.
Good snap.
Yep, that's a high. Nope. Poor bouncing the
And
wrong
bounces
way.
to the 50-yard line, rolls back to about the 48-yard line. They down it right there. It'll be 1st and 10. Sandwich Indians with 3:24 left in the third quarter. 7-7's our score here from Sandwich.
Not exactly where you wanted to give them the football, John. They
No, short field.
Yep, this is just about where they gave it up. Just 3 plays ago. Gives the real short field to the Indians here, and they've been moving the ball pretty well.
Yes,
so
they have.
Maple Leafs are going to just have to stiffen up right here. This is a 7-7 ball game, and the clock is ticking away at 2 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the third quarter. This is going to be a nail biter.
Yes, it is. Up front for the Leafs. Anderson in the middle. Right over the top of the nose of the center. Linebackers walking up. Number 10 with the carry.
Nice.
Tackle in the backfield. That time Anderson on the tackle.
Anderson wrapped his legs, and he wasn't going very far anyway, because that was well diagnosed by the Leafs. Lost about a foot. Defensive line is now taking care of the line of scrimmage.
Yes,
really winning the
they
line
are.
of scrimmage. Defensive linemen are making tackles, more so than just standing up blockers and having the linebackers fill.
First half we didn't see it as much.
Good,
Now we are.
Good signs defensively here.
Going back, eye backfield. Gives it
Oh,
right
yeah,
back once
oh, yeah.
again. Swallowed it up, no gain to play once again. I believe we'll call Snodgrass along with Rivera on that one.
Rivera, boom! They just lost another foot. They're slowly
Instant.
losing their feet.
Watch the ball! Watch the ball!
Third down.
That's the first time I think we've seen him in the I formation.
Third down, about 11 yards to go, and this is again, this is that critical situation out here, because that ball, you don't want to get that thing down
Yep.
too close to that first down yardage here. Even if they don't get a first down, they got an opportunity to go for it if they pick up some big yards.
Tight formation, wing back right side. Going inside in reverse.
Dang.
Stops short of the first down at the 40-yard line. Hamer came up and made a tackle. Going to mark that ball at the 41-yard line. Going to bring it 4th down and 4.
Okay, we're going
Fourth
to
down and 3.
play the waiting game again, see if they're going to kick this ball or not. 4th and 3, 41-yard line. This is territory.
Yep.
This is territory where they could go for it. Man, you really want to keep your eyes open here.
Get down, lineman. Let's get ready.
This is where you want to look for that up back. Cover that up back. Somebody's got to have him.
And going to punt. They're going to shank that punt. Kroger points the ball out. Hits
Oh,
the
but
20.
they got the good bounce.
Hits the 25-yard line and runs down to about the 18-yard line. Kroger still all the way. Got everybody clear, so we're safe. Here comes the offense of the Green Machine with 1:19 left in the third quarter. Scores tied 7-7 in a second-round playoff game in Class 4A.
When that punt left his foot, it didn't look like it was going to go very
No.
well, but it took a very favorable bounce for Sandwich. So the Maple Leafs once again start deep in their own territory. Sandwich, nobody's winning this football game. It's 7-7.
Yep.
And there's only 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go in the third quarter. But Sandwich is definitely winning the game of field position.
Right. They
There is no doubt they are winning the game of field position in this football game. That's not a good sign, boy, when it comes down. That's something the Leafs have an opportunity right here to turn it around, get the long drive, win that field position back.
Up they come. Does the Leafs. Walters goes in motion. Crossbuck action in the backfield. Nothing going for the Maple Leafs. As they've stopped right at the 20-yard line. Maybe a yard, maybe yard and a half for the Leafs. 1:08 left in this third quarter.
That was good defense by Sandwich right there. Offensive line, trying to move those blockers, those defensive linemen out. But they, again, it's kind of a swarm of jerseys, kind of filled that hole quickly.
Rivera checks in, lines up this tight end the right side. Double wing set, Cathcart the fullback, number 31. Motion in the backfield, looking for a sweep. Nice kick out block there. Can we get it around the corner? Not enough. It'll bring up a 4th down for the Leafs. Gets the ball to the 24-yard line.
So close, so close.
Or bring up a 3rd down, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One more block out there.
He picked up about 4 or 5 on that one, Hoon did, and it's going to be 3rd and 4. But he was, again, one tackler away from that one. It was one man, and he'd have got some yardage on that play.
They're going to pretty much let this clock run out here in the third quarter. Geneseo with the ball, come back after this break. Geneseo come back with the ball saying 3rd and 3. And we'll bring you all the fourth quarter action right after this.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Central Bank, Chicago Street Decorating Center, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Stackhouse Moore, Farmers National Bank, Geneseo Telephone Company, Turpins of Geneseo, Hammond Henry Hospital, Hazelwood Homes, Northside Rexall Drug, ProTech Auto Body, Holland & Sons, Crow Ford. Please patronize these fine businesses and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Welcome back. We're getting set to bring you all this fourth quarter action. I am John Rowley along with Bob Pettit. Certainly a pleasure to bring you all this IHSA Class 4A playoff action to you. 7-7 is the score as we start the fourth quarter.
And you would think this exciting game would keep us warm, John, but I'm starting to shiver so much that this whole platform is just rocking. It's kind of nippy up here in the air. But we got 12 minutes left to go here in this football game, at least the regulation part of this football game. It is 7-7, and man, I tell you, Maple Leafs have the football. I think that's a good thing.
Yes,
the score's tied and you got the football, that's all good stuff. But they need to pick up about 4 yards here on this third down play, or they're going to have to give it up again and not in very good field position once more. We need to pick up first down here.
Here we go, start the fourth quarter.
You can't keep giving them the football in short field with a short field and expect to shut them out.
Double wing set for the Leafs. Hoon goes in motion. Gonna go action, crossbuck action for the Leafs. Nothing. They lost some yards here. Fourth down, Maple Leafs lost a yard off that left side of the line.
Just tough defense by Sandwich on that play. Just sniffed that thing out, and it was going nowhere. They did lose about a yard, so it's going to be 4th and 5.
Moves the ball back to the 24-yard line of Geneseo. We're going to punt formation. Fisher will handle the kicking chores. Return man, PJ Karate sets himself back at
all the little things. You got to have a good snap. You got to have a good punt here. We got to have some good coverage. He rushes on.
Oh, nice kick that time.
There, that one is busted.
Return man slips and falls. And he may have hurt himself as the ball rolls back a little bit.
Yeah, did not get a good bounce.
26-yard line, but certainly a beautiful kick by Fisher. Then move the ball down to the 26-yard line. You keep your eye on number 8 there. He seemed to twist his ankle a little bit as he went to try to stop and field that ball.
Yeah, that's their punt returner and one of their key runners, PJ Crod. That was just an awkward thing. He didn't expect to see that much foot into that ball because Fisher had not been getting that much leg into it. And he tried to turn, and boy, just kind of shoe must have just stuck in the grass. But finally now, the Maple Leafs actually have some defensive field position back at about the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 there for the Sandwich Indians. 7-7 the score here in this fourth quarter. Linebackers block up. Now they loosen up a little bit. Gives the ball inside.
Once again, a stack of Maple Leafs in there. Defensive line is there.
Cathcart's a mix of it, along with Reiling.
Reiling's in the middle of it. Defensive line putting on a surge. Picked up about 1.5 yards on that play. We'll give him 1.5 yards on that one, 1.5 yards on the next 2.
There we go. I'd play that game with you. 2nd and 9, we'll call it, for the Indians of Sandwich as they go towards the west here.
Rivera.
At Sandwich Field.
Rivera in there at that linebacker spot.
Everybody's pointing to their keys.
Schilling on the other side.
Double wing set. They try to go to sweep play. Geneseo turns the play in.
Oh, yeah.
Cathcart with a big tackle.
And Hoon,
yes.
Hoon on the bottom of that thing. Wrapped him right there at the ankles. And he picked up about that extra 1.5 yards.
So it's
might have got 2 on that one.
It's called 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Once again, we'll give him 1.5 yards on this play right here. That's it, guys.
The faithful on the near side here is calling for the defense to stand up and get after it. Those guys in the middle, Reiling, Anderson, Catherine. Defensive end switched places. A drop back to pass, looking to throw the ball across the middle. Completed. He's going to be enough for a first down.
He got enough for the first down. And that's number 8. That's Karate that just went off the field on that punt. He must not have been hurt too bad. He's taking off again.
Just a little dump pass right over the middle linebackers' heads.
Been very effective on those little short passes tonight.
Yes.
And our coverage has not really picked up on that.
So a fresh set of downs for the Indians, a sandwich. Ball is in their own territory at the 38-yard line. They come up.
Once again, another first down or two, and they've got great field position again. And the Maple Leafs playing with that short field.
Up the middle they go and stopped right at the 40-yard line, maybe a yard on the play. Yard and a half. There's your yard and a half once again, Bob. Clock's on the move with 9:12 left in the ball game. 7-7 to score on the board.
Lots of white jerseys over there. Stuffing that play up. Again, defensive line doing a nice job in the second half.
Yes.
They have not, starting with the fumble on our first possession, we have given them the ball in pretty good field position. So our whole defensive core has been doing a pretty nice job. And defensive line in particular is really stuffing that thing up. Just need to avoid the big play here.
Up they come. A lot of talk amongst the linemen up front. For sandwich. Stops solidly again in the middle. I think that's Snodgrass that time.
Snodgrass wrestling him down. Somebody had him down low, couldn't see who was the bottom of that pile. Probably Catherine. Catherine comes up from over there.
So we'll bring up 3rd and long. Let's call it 3rd and 8. Ball sits at the 41-yard line of Sandwich.
Gave him a half yard on that one.
Look for the throw the ball here. Maybe that dump pass over the middle again.
They've been very successful with those little short slant ends. Nothing complicated about it, just got to pick up coverage.
Dallas Schroeder checks out of the game, number 14. Number 8 comes wide. Karate. Wing back.
Okay, Walter's on him, got to cut in.
Going to drop back the pass.
No.
Got pressure on him, gets the ball downfield.
Doggone it.
Incomplete though. Incomplete in the Geneseo territory. They're hitting him in the chest, drops it. They'll bring up a 4th down for the Indians.
That was a well-run route and a well-thrown ball. Just didn't pull it in. So fortunately for the Leafs, the drop ball
that would have given him a first down.
Is going to give them a 4th down, an opportunity here. We're going to play the waiting game here, see if they're going to send the punt crew out. Of course, they're going to send the punt crew out.
So Hoon and Walters both go back. They're going to send them back up a little bit. They don't want them going too deep.
Nice stop again by the Leafs.
Nice kick. Hoon's going to field the ball. On his feet still. Hoon still fighting for yards. Gets it back to the 41-yard line. Geneseo, decent field position this time as they come on the field with 7:37 left in the ball game with the score tied 7-7.
Great catch by Hoon there because that ball bounces. Then again, we're in bad field position. He caught the ball, keep it from bouncing, number 1, and picked up about 8 yards after the catch on what he said was. Yeah, somewhere in there. And Maple Leafs now with the ball on the 40-yard line, best field position they've received the football in this whole second half.
That whole situation, when the deep men went back to return that ball, Coach Hope, the near sideline, had it scattered out, told him to move back up, and so they put him right in the right spot to catch that ball to get some return on it. 1st and 10 Leafs from their own 40-yard line. Second man through is going to get the ball. Fisher keeps the ball. Fisher's looking to get around the corner. Nothing going as he picks up maybe a yard on the keeper.
Well, this team just happens to know how to play defense against this offense. I'm telling you, they just they're just hard to fool. They really are smelling that thing out because that was a well-executed fake on both first and second man through.
Yep. We had Cathcart.
Fisher keeps the ball, and there's still a guy out there for him.
We had Cathcart set up pretty good up the middle. Maybe he sucked some more people into him as he carried out his fake. Drop back the pass. Go, you got some room. Go, Fish, go, Fish. 50-yard line, over the 45. No, he was down.
He's down. No, they're not
down. He hits the ground with the ball. No, he hit the ground first. Fumbling the ball at the 40-yard line. the ball, he was flipped in the air, and as he hit the ground, the ball came out. It wasn't that.
The crowd is very, very upset, and the coaching staff is upset. Tyler Fisher had picked up the first down, was undercut on the tackle, flipped, hit the ground, and the ball pops out, and they're going to give the ball to Sandwich. They're going to have first down at their own 40-yard line.
We had the ball on the move.
Got 6 minutes and 49 seconds left to go here in this game, and it is a stalemate.
7-7's on the board.
This is a heavyweight bout right here.
Sandwich with the ball at their own 40-yard line.
Can you absorb the blow one more time?
Double wing set. And
Oh, yes.
At
Oh,
that
yes.
time, stacked him up. Now they're trying to strip that ball out of there if they're going to play that game.
That
Loss of a yard on the play.
We got the big boys up front. Catherine on the bottom of the pile there. I know Riley was in on him. Snodgrass in on him. There was host of Geneseo. The gang tackling is getting fierce. Talked about the game of stamina. I haven't seen quite yet. Both teams still seem to be holding their own.
Yes.
Nobody seems to be tiring. Nobody wants to give up.
16-19 left in the ball game. 7-7's the score here.
I gotta believe the Leafs are feeling stronger though. Defensively, they're really tough on the line right now.
Watch him on their pass play. We got a strange formation here. They got a high formation once again. And there's going to be a timeout called on the field by the Sandwich Indians. That'll be their first timeout taken in this second half. Leaves them with 2 remaining for the game.
Leafs have all theirs left. Nobody had taken a timeout prior to that, so both teams get to talk it over a little bit. Maple Leaf defensive coordinator Travis Mackey here is going to take a look. We got second down in a long 10, about 10.5 yards to go here. I don't know how they only got a half a yard loss on that play because
I don't know because
he was about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Officials here, obviously HSA chosen. You know they're not homers, but Coach Mackey I think looked at the official and might have had just a little bit of a comment as he walked by again. I don't know how. I'm not sure how you rule that fumble.
Yeah, certainly he had the ball. When he hit the ground, then it came loose. So here it is, second and 10.
All three of them looked at each other. They didn't know what to call, so they just said, well, let's flip a coin, and the coin went against Geneseo on that particular play.
Second and 10 on the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line for Sandwich. Geneseo walks up tight. Now they drop back. Got motion on this near side. They got to throw a flag on that. That guy was moving.
We got to lose football again.
Not going to do it both ways
Riley.
there. We got a guy hurt on the field also.
We got an injury. Yep. And
Boss.
That's going to be pretty critical to what Sandwich does right here, number 10, because he's a lot of their offense right there. I know Riling.
Now we have another player over here, number 56. Shaflin, I guess he's getting back up, but I thought maybe he may have been shook up a little bit the way he was squatting down there and gathering himself.
I think he might be upset that his teammates hurt. I don't know. Maybe he was a little shook.
Q taking the big bag out there.
Anyway, again, looked like he was hit for a loss, and they're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage on his forward progress. I think that was Riling that hit him first.
I believe he's going to the air splint right away there, isn't he, Bob? Q has a hole.
Yeah, it is. He's look like they're going to try to stabilize this thing right now because it is a lower body injury of some sort here. It doesn't look like. You think?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
They're not looking at any head injury or something. Those are scary things.
Are your teeth chattering? Yeah.
It's downright cool up here, let me tell you. You know, we're not quite ready for this yet. If this was the middle of January, it might be an average day, but we weren't ready for this kind of weather. The crowd is hush. You know, nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. It's just like you just hold your breath. But they're kind of holding him still, but they're going to try to stabilize the leg there. So he's in a lot of pain because they're.
Now, did we get a score from Sterling yet? Their game? Sterling's game? 49-7. Joliet Catholic. So
Joliet Catholic over Sterling 49-7.
been there.
But yeah, been there. But you know, at this time of year, you're going to play some pretty doggone good teams.
Yes.
And for some reason, Joliet Catholic seems to put them together.
Yes, they do. Score 7-7 here at Sandwich in the fourth quarter. 5:49 left on the clock. Got a timeout in the field for an injury. It's like a lower. They just had a lower body injury to I believe it was Voss, Connor Voss, this junior.
Maple Leafs have been moving the football on 2 possessions extremely well and coughed it up in 2 occasions, both on first down yardage gains, and then coughed it up after the first down was reached. Sandwich now has the football at their own 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 10 plus, 10 and a half yards for the first down. And they are going to lose their key running back here and kind of key receiver. They really rely on number 8, P.J. Crotty, and number 10, Connor Voss, very heavily in getting the ball in their hands and letting them create something. And it appears that Mr. Voss is not just stubbed his toe here. It is, again, a lower body injury. Not that that's a good thing. We've seen a couple of those this year ourselves, but at least it's not a head injury or a spinal injury. It doesn't appear.
Yeah, they immediately went right for the leg. Stoppage of play here in the fourth quarter with 5:49 left in the ball game. 7-7's our score here from Sandwich, Illinois.
Maple Leafs on the field taking a knee. They know they got a big stop that they've got to make here, and not to be distracted by this. They got to take care of business. Nobody likes to see anybody get hurt, but after that, you just still got to take care of business. Make a stop here on 3rd down. Make them kick the ball away.
On the evening, Cathcart had 6 carries for 27 yards. Just given this as we're at an injury timeout on the field. Fisher 3 carries for 21. Walters 7 carries for 20. Blake Kroger 4 carries for 15. Hoon 3 carries for 7. Burris 1 carry for 3. Passing the ball, Fisher's 1 for 1 for 58 yards, and that's a touchdown play to Walters. On Sandwich's side of the ball, Karate has 9 rushes for 62 yards. Schmidt, number 21, 18 rushes for 61. Voss, 13 carries for 24. Hoffman, 1 carry for 7. And Russley, 1 carry for 6. Passing the ball, they're 5 of 11 for 46 yards, along of 18. I'm cold.
Well, they're addressing this thing. It's obviously very serious because the way they're addressing it, because they immediately, it was something that was very evident because they immediately went for the air cast and trying to stabilize.
The injury happened right at the 40-yard line, just inside the number markings on the field. And Q was out there immediately. As soon as he got out there, he turned around and ran right back to the bench and grabbed his, what we appear is probably air splints or something like that. I don't know, but he knew right away what he had.
Yeah. Got, looks like a couple family members. A couple family members out there checking out, and you got to feel for them. You just don't like to see this. This is not part of the game. That's the cool part.
Definitely quiet here.
It is. It's just, there's no hooting and hollering to be done on something like this. It's just one of the fun things the things that you don't like to see. It's not one of the fun things.
Also notice they are holding an IV bag at the scene. And so often it's a precaution.
Mm-hmm. Wait. They really, it's, I guess we assumed it's a lower leg. You hope it's not a spinal situation, but they haven't brought a gurney yet or an ambulance yet. Maybe, I guess there's a possibility they're waiting for an ambulance. I don't know.
No, there's one down here at the end of the field that they're just backing.
Oh,
the cart has a stretcher on it. Okay.
Yep, they are going to put him on a stretcher. So This is not a good deal.
Both teams are down on one knee. And
In case you just checked in, it's 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to go in the game. It's 7-7, and we have an injury timeout. We have a player from Sandwich, one of their key running backs, Mr. Voss, down on the field, and they're tending to him quite seriously. Obviously, they're going to put him on a stretcher and take him off, get him some medical care. It didn't appear immediately that it was a head or a spinal situation, because they didn't take a lot of precautions. Like you said, Q went out there and then he went for his bag. If it was, it appeared to be something spinal, Q would have stayed there. Q would have stayed there and stabilized him, I would think.
And Q, as we say, Q is the certified athletic trainer of Geneseo's at all of our events. Very knowledgeable about this type of thing.
Green Machine crowd, again, numbers in the thousands here, and I would guess, and Sandwich crowd probably is about as big as any opponent we've seen this year.
You're right.
One of the smaller schools we've seen, and one of the biggest crowds that we've played against. All very quiet. Both teams on a knee. Both football teams, every player on a knee.
Most of the players the players that were on the field at the time of the injury are still all pretty much in off the sideline. They don't allow the coaches to do any coaching. As per what we're seeing. Again, we're at injury timeout right now with 5:49 left in the ball game. 7-7 is the score. Now I'm going to lift the backboard that he's on onto the cart.
Yeah, going to lift him onto the cart, and crowd gives him a hand. Players get up, do some jogging up and down the field. Both teams jogging up and down the field here, trying to get loose, trying to get back in the game, because I tell you, it is not a warm evening here. Got to keep that blood flowing. Coach Johnson walks out to the cart, wishes him well, and probably congratulates him on a good game to this point.
The Green Machine takes a lap down to the end of the field and comes back, trying to stretch things out.
Once again, just in case you're just dropping in on us, it is Connor Voss that they're carting off the field now. Key running back for them this year, over 1,000-yard rusher.
For the Sandwich Indians.
And also has caught some very key passes on a couple of their drives. On their touchdown drive in the first half,
yes, yep.
Picked up a couple key receptions, and so they like to put the ball in his hands and make something happen. And that's not going to happen for the rest of this game. Everybody giving him a hand, both sides, both crowds giving him a hand as he leaves the field.
Moving the cart onto the track to make a little smoother ride for him as he transitions off the field.
Right now, a cheer from both crowds is not what he's after. He'd rather be back in the football game, but it's going to be up to somebody else right now. The Maple Leafs have to put a stop here.
5:49 left in this ball game. 7-7 to score. Back to action now. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 for the Sandwich Indians at their own 40-yard line. They come out straight to the line of scrimmage.
They're 60 yards from pay dirt. Maple Leafs got to put a stop to it.
Double wing set. Here we go. Down lineman up front for the Leafs. The ball's now put in play. 3rd and 10. Look for the pass here. Little dump pass once again. Sprint out of action. Downfield. Cathcart's. Riley's on pursuit and takes him down. Riley did not give up and chased him clear across the field and brought him down. A flag on the, was there a flag thrown on that side? No flag. I thought there was a flag or something thrown over there at the 35-yard line.
Well, there's yellow pants out there on the Maple Leafs, but Cathcart also on pursuit. He had an angle on him if Riley did not pull him down. And
the Cathcart was just playing the cat and mouse with him with the blocker in front of him.
Maple Leafs for the moment put a hold on his 4th and 14, and they got to stay home.
Yep.
Make sure nothing crazy happens.
No long counts here. Nice snap.
It's going to be about execution for the rest of this ball game.
Hoon with the return. Hoon's got a little seam up the middle. Gets it back to the 40-yard line. Good field position for the Leafs. Now we just have to hold on to the ball and put it in the end zone.
Landon Hoon wrapped that baby with both hands, both arms. I mean, he was not going to cough that football up. He didn't know how far he was going to run, but he wasn't going to cough the football up. Got the ball at the 41-yard line. Good field position for the Leafs. With what do you got?
4:54 left.
4:54. There's plenty of time for your drive.
7-7 to score. The winner of this game moves on. Cathcart comes up the three-back possession, sets himself right behind Fisher. Double wing set. Gonna go sweep play. Kroger with a block out front. Nice block by Kroger. Pick up almost 5 on the carry. Kroger with a nice solid block trying to make that corner for his running mate, Andrew Walters.
That ball was turned the corner, and we'll take 5 yards on first down. We give them 1.5 yards, we take 5.
There we go.
Well, that's good football. Maple Leafs here, again, have driven the football a couple of times, but have coughed it up a couple of times in the second half. No score in the second half whatsoever. 7-7 in the first half, and that's how it remains.
Fisher looks him over. Gonna counterplay this time to Kroger. Kroger, just about slips free. Gets it close to the 49-yard line. They're gonna mark it 48 to bring up 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and a long 2 for the Leafs. Hoon checks into the game. Looks like Kroger might have a bum hand that time. No, he's okay. Now they are gonna bring him out. This is a big play. CI checks in. Up we come, let's call it 3rd and 4 at the 48-yard line at Geneseo. Daniel sets himself over the ball. We need to get over the 50-yard line for the first down. Cathcart goes up, talks to Fisher a little bit. Plenty of time. Hoon goes in motion. Hoon's going to get a corner. Hoon's looking for a block out in front. Hoon's going to get close to the 50-yard line. It's going to be 4th and a yard for the Leafs.
He tried to cut that ball upfield, and I don't know if he'd have just raced for the sideline if he'd have got it or not.
I don't know.
But he tried to cut that ball upfield.
We're going to look like we're going for it here.
And it's going to be 4th and about 1.5 yards.
Nope, we're going to go punt team.
Coach Johnson sends the punt team in. We got 3 minutes and 18 seconds left to go here in this ball game, and the Maple Leafs are going to kick the football. Ball sits right at the 50-yard line, and that would not be a good place to give up the football if you don't get that first down.
I think this is a good call right here. Return man goes back, stands at his own 10-yard line. Fisher will go in punt formation.
We always want to believe we can get a yard with the fullback, but we're not going to gamble right now.
Flag's going to be thrown.
We're going to get a delay.
Delay a game on. Geneseo marches back 5 yards. They'll have a play clock here on the field.
I'm not sure how that happened. We don't wait 15 seconds to put our punt team out like they do.
2:51 left in the ball game. 7-7's the score here from Sandwich.
They must have wound that clock plenty early.
Yes.
2 minutes and 51 seconds. Wow.
Fisher in punt formation stands back at the 34-yard line. Nice snap. Kicks up, comes off the side of his foot a little bit, and bounces out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That's where the defense for Geneseo comes on the field. We need some help here from the near sideline.
He's still walking. Oh, this is a terrible spot.
Oh, he blocked it all the way back to the 41-yard line.
That must have really slid off the side of his foot. And once again, Sandwich is going to get the football in really good field position here, so it's going to be relatively short field. 41-yard line leaves it only 59 yards to pay dirt. 2 minutes and 46 seconds left to go, and somebody has to win this ball game because we're not going to go home until it's over.
1st and 10, ball sits at the 41-yard line. Sandwich comes up to the line of scrimmage. Go wing back right side. Geneseo's defense.
Ooh, there's a hole.
Nice gain that time, maybe 5 yards off that left side of the line. Now Sandwich.
We're going to give him about 4.
4 yards.
About 4.
Put the ball right on the 45-yard line. Clock's on the move with 2:32 left in the ball game. 7-7's the score.
Once again, Maple Leaf defense this half has been very stiff, but the Leafs just can't seem to get the offense in gear, and every time they do get rolling, they cough it up on 2 occasions. So it's going to be tough. Going to have to stick them.
Second man through. bounces off that tackle and makes the first down, I believe, right here in front of us. Second effort by the running back for the Indians. Didn't pick up who carried the ball that time.
There's some serious head pounding out there. Good sticks by both sides. Couple Maple Leafs really put the pads on them, but they just kept the leg drive going, picked up the first down, and that ball's across midfield now. Sandwich driving.
First and 10, 2 minutes and 7 seconds left on the clock. Clock's on the move. Both teams, Geneseo has three timeouts. Indians have 2. 2 receivers wide, just near side on the coverage. Hoon along with Walters. They're going to look to throw the ball. Looking to go across the middle, and it is complete at the 40-yard line. Just a quick slant pattern. And he gets up, the receiver gets up, hobbled a little bit.
Yeah, he's had some bumps and bruises tonight. That's number 8, Crotty. And he has had some bumps and bruises, but he's their main weapon now with Voss out.
So here we go.
They've been very successful with that little slant pass, and quite honestly, we have not defended that well.
1:23 left in the ballgame, 7-7, second and 2. Up the middle they go. Stack him up. Still, he's going to get a first down or not.
Still got some progress, and he probably does have a first down. Looks like he's going to go.
First down.
Going to get a first down. That ball's going to be placed about the 37-yard line.
1 minute, 12 seconds left on the clock in this ball game. First and 10. Sandwich Indians.
This would be a good place to stop this thing right here, because if it gets a lot closer, they got a kicker that might be able to put that thing through for 3.
First and 10. Quarterback going to drop back to pass. Big pursuit. Cathcart swings through, incomplete, overthrown, out of bounds. Will bring up a second down with 55 seconds left. Cathcart was on his tail.
But he just kind of overran it just a little bit. Quarterback got free to throw the ball, but good coverage defensively on the backfield. In the defensive backfield, and had to throw that ball away. Sitting here at second and 10 at the 37-yard line. Maple Leafs, time to stiffen up. Defensive line has had an excellent second half.
Yes, they have.
They need to just kind of hold it.
Here we go.
Set that wall.
55 seconds left. Wing back right side goes in motion. Going to give the ball. Now they're going to sprint out. Got a pass receiver down. Had a screen play over the far side. Cathcart, no. Still on his feet. They knocked out of bounds at about the 23-yard line on a screen play to the left side. I believe we had one defender over there. Couldn't pick up who it was there, but just couldn't make the initial tackle. Knocked out of bounds at that 22-yard line with 45 seconds left. If
you don't smell that screen play out, though, you're going to find that guy one-on-one out there quite often. You know, we just did not smell that thing. We didn't see it coming. And everybody's in the backfield dumping over the top, and you got a one-on-one situation. And that guy's pretty nifty over there, that Mr. Crotty.
Yep. Up the middle it goes. Short gain on the play. Give him a yard. Clock's on the move. 37 seconds left. They're going to let the clock run down.
Okay, this is where you just really, really have to.
Now they come to the line of scrimmage.
This is where you got to get tough, and you hope you can cough something up, because they're right there. They're pushing field goal range right now.
Up the middle it goes. Number 30 with the carry. They're going to strip that ball out. The ball's going to run down.
They're setting up for a field goal. They move that ball right to the middle of the field, and they're just setting up for field goal time.
7-7 to score. They're going to let this clock run down. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and stop the clock with 3 seconds left in the ball game.
This is going to boil down to a snap, a hold, and a kick. And can Geneseo put some pressure on that thing and anybody break through? We've had some block kicks this year.
Yep. We've had our hands on some of these kicks and actually some punts earlier that we were very close to. So hopefully we can find a seam here and get a hand on it. They'll be going towards the west end zone here. Really no breeze or anything that's going to affect the kick. 3 seconds left on the clock and a timeout called by Sandwich. 7-7 to score.
As I was watching Bishop McNamara today, I had some flashbacks 2 years ago on that blocked field goal attempt. See if we got it in us.
Here we go. They'll line up for the field goal attempt. The ball will be put down at about the 22-yard line. I can't pick up the number for the kicker. And they're going to be called timeout, Geneseo.
It's going to be number 90, it looks like. Yep, Matthew Seta going to be the kicker.
Yep.
Maple Leafs going to try to ice him one more time here.
Nose of the ball sits on the 15-yard line, so they'll put the ball down at the 22. So they're going to 32-yard field goal attempt. Pretty much, well, not quite straight on. It's closer to the left hash mark. And this is it right here. The timeout's been called by Geneseo. That's their first timeout in this second half. 7-7's the score. Geneseo with their lone touchdown with a 58-yard touchdown pass in the second quarter of the ball game.
This play is going to run the clock, run the clock out, so it is either going to go through or it's not. And the Maple Leafs season hanging on the balance right here.
Here we go. Sandwich comes out the line of scrimmage. They set the tee, set the ball at the 22-yard line. Geneseo's getting ready to block this, try to block this kick. Revere is in the middle, probably one of the taller players. Picks up.
It's plenty long. Hits the.
Oh, it went through good. It hit the upright.
Hit the upright, and they say it fell in. It looks like it came back out.
It certainly did.
It said they fell in. What a finish. Heartbreaking for Geneseo. Exhilarating for Sandwich Indians. Oh my goodness.
I'm like you. I thought it hit the upright and bounced back in.
It went straight down, and the guy was standing right on the goalpost that had to go in. It was plenty long. It hit way up on the post, so it was not going to be short. It was just a matter of whether it was going to be wide or not, and it doesn't get any closer than that. No time left on the clock. Field goal attempt, hits the goalpost, drops straight down, and it could have fallen either way.
Yeah,
it went in the goal. Sandwich Indians move on. Play at Mendota. As you watch the players walk across the field, tough on the seniors. Always tough on the seniors. It's tough on everybody, but the seniors will not put this uniform on again, and it's a tough day.
That includes number 10, Tyler Fisher. Jacob Arnold, number 15. Billy Hamer, number 19. Eric Solberg, number 20. Blake Krogert, number 21. Alan Bouquet, number 24. Brady Ci, number 28. Wes Cathcart, number 31. Andrew Walters, number 32. Ryan Akers, number 42. Isaac Silver, number 45. Mark Snodgrass, number 51. Ryan Patterson, number 54. Blake Woodbury, number 58. Alex Anderson, number 59. Miles Williams, number 61. Mark Cothran, number 66. Anthony Rome, number 67. Cole Reiling, number 68. Tommy Reese, number 75. Levi Schilling, number 80. And that wraps up all the seniors for this Green Machine unit.
Well, you can't take anything away from the Sandwich group. You know, obviously your heart bleeds for the Maple Leafs here, and you just can't take anything away from how hard that young group played. They've never been this far in the playoffs in the history of the school, and they earned this. There's no doubt about it. They played hard. You got to feel for the Maple Leafs. They played hard also, you know, but just didn't. The ball bounced a couple times the wrong direction today.
A few of the stats here in the ball game. We'll go Geneseo. Wes Cathcart, 6 carries for 24 yards. Walters, 8 carries for 25. Fisher, 3 carries for 21. Krogert, 5 carries for 17. Hoon, 4 carries for 9. And Burris, 1 carry for 3. Geneseo, 27 carries for 102 yards in the evening. Fisher, 1 attempt, 1 completion for 58 yards, a touchdown pass to Walters there in the second quarter. Karate had 10 carries for 69 yards for Sandwich. Schmidt, 18 carries for 61. Voss, 13 carries for 24. Crane, 4 carries for 13. Hoffman, 1 carry for 7. Wisely, 1 carry for 6. Wager, the quarterback, 1 carry for a -4. Passing, Wagner was 7 of 14 for 70 yards. That does it for the individual stats. Team stats, Geneseo Geneseo had 3 first downs on the evening, the Sandwich is 15. Rushing the ball, Geneseo 27 rushes for 102 yards. Sandwich had 48 rushes for 176. Passing the ball, Geneseo 1 for 1 for 58 yards. Sandwich 7 of 14 for 70 yards. Total yards, Geneseo 160 yards. Total offense on the evening, 2 Sandwiches, 246. Fumbles, Geneseo had 2 fumbles and lost both of them. Same for Sandwich, 2 fumbles and lost both of them. Geneseo 6 penalties for 33 yards. Sandwich 3 penalties for 20 yards. Time of possession, Geneseo 17 minutes, 13 seconds. 2 Sandwiches, 30 minutes and 47 seconds of possession. Punting the ball, Geneseo 6 punts for an average of 34. Sandwich 6 punts for 27-yard average.
John, just a real quick wrap up here for the Maple Leafs. What a pleasure it has been to cover them this year. What a classy group of coaches and classy group of players. It's been just a real thrill.
And a classy group of fans on this sideline also.
Yeah, it's just been a thrill to be on this run with them, but tough ending today.
Certainly, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for us in this 2010 season. I'd like to thank the host high school here of Sandwich for the accommodations they worked with us to get into place for tonight's game. Also, I'd like to thank Greg Smith, the WGRG film crew back in the studio, statisticians Willis Antle and John Buzzer, who brought us all the stats throughout this whole season. And certainly sometimes we don't use those stats enough because the time just doesn't let us get those stats all to you. Field technician for TV and radio, Keith Kennett. Once again, Bob, thank you very much for being by my side and helping carry me through some of these ball games as we went through a great season this year for the Maple Leafs. As we wrap up this 2010 season, and certainly we'll remember this for quite a while as just the fine character of the players that were on that field for the Maple Leafs. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up for us for this 2010 season. I am John Roy along with Bob Pettit. We'll close out the season with a loss here in the second round Class 4A playoffs to the Sandwich Indians by the score of 10-7. Thanks for listening. Good evening.